Hello and welcome, my friends. Hambbage here on a beautiful Sunday. Definitely at a different time than I expected to be recording this episode, but hey, around here we roll with the punches and we are just enjoying life. It's so good to have surprises. And while I had kind of planned to have a chill day watching a little football, having the afternoon to record some Minecraft, wow, that feels loud. And then doing our thing, or doing my thing later with some friends and whatnot. Uh, Turns out people want to do stuff earlier. Kind of like, let's go. And while that's not exactly how I'd envisioned things playing out, you know, our friends are blessings. They want to make our lives fun and um, tangible. And while it's easy to kind of take that for granted and be like, oh, I really wanted to do this. This is a nuisance. Hey, I'm kind of at that point in my life where it's like, no, I'll change up my plans. So, um, by way of apology in advance, I got the Bronco game on mute in my peripheral here. Any outbursts or quiet moments, I apologize for. I'm just gonna kind of try to keep track of that here while we finish up this temple. And um, no matter how much I get into this, that's going to be about it for me because I've got folks that want to go do stuff um, throughout the day today, and it is beautiful. It said early in the week, I've kind of enjoying the time outside because it's so fall-like. Well, it cooled down quite a bit, and they had forecast that too. It's the breeze is picked up. It's a little windy and wild, but it's bright and beautiful outside, and that part of the forecast was pretty well wrong. They had said that it was supposed to get kind of overcast and kind of gloomy out and change up, but instead we've got fall 60s, bright and sunny and beautiful. And as I'd shared with folks this evening, I think a couple friends and I are going to go check out the new James Bond movie, which has been delayed through the pandemic and all that. And so that's going to be fun. But to my surprise, one of my friends was like, called hour and a half ago. It was like, hey, so what are we doing all day? And I was like, we're not doing anything all day. What are you guys talking about? So there's a little compromise, and I said, all right, well, I need a little bit of time, but we can definitely do stuff before the game. I'm just gonna need a little bit of time, and this is primarily what I needed that time for. I didn't want to just not record an episode, and I hadn't left the second episode from yesterday. I had mentioned that at one point, like, oh, maybe I'll just pre-record for Sunday and have the whole day. Well, my understanding had been that I'd kind of have uh, this early football game, which is different for those of us in Colorado. I know a lot of East Coast folks are used to. It's the rare exception if you end up playing the afternoon game um, in your time zones, and of course they're all afternoon games. On the East Coast, the early game is at 1 p.m., so it's still afternoon. But for us, those games are at 11, and the second game is at 2:30. So having things kick off at 11 was already a little bit different from just the typical football Sunday. And mixed up from there. So, yeah, it's good to be flexible, right? And I guess that's my main takeaway and what I was talking about earlier in terms of valuing your friends and the experiences in life. And don't get so caught up. It's more convenient for me. And my initial thing about like, well, yeah, I was kind of planning like, maybe we get some food or something before the movie, but a couple hours or whatever. And I got to thinking about it. I was like, no, that's pretty selfish. That's convenient for me. I get a couple hours around recording this. Um, time to just kind of chill and enjoy the game and listen to it, and then take a couple hours for YouTubing, and then head out. I was like, no, that's how I want things to go, but that doesn't say much about me, you know, wanting to make things fun. When people want to spend time with you and hang out, that's something to be appreciated. And I think it's so easy for us these days to take that for granted. So I'm not getting to listen to the Broncos game as I watch it going on in my peripheral vision here. That's a sacrifice I want to make for my friends. Um, but one that it's easy to, without even like thinking about it, forget that even is uh, a sacrifice, or that they're trying to sacrifice just to enjoy company. Ooh, now we're into the louds. Um, I wonder how we could best manage that. I have no idea if that's like a hostile mob noise, or what we're calling that exactly. Now, are those are wet, so we don't want to do anything with that level. Everything out from here. Oh yeah, that's beauty. Except for the noise. Noise, not a beauty. I should, in all honesty, I should add another thing, another comment to my like. Don't be selfish, value your friends and all that. Not trying to be preachy or anything like that. That's not it at all. Note that I said initially, like, oh yeah, I want to. My initial offer was, yeah, let's get together and have some food or something right before the evening movie. Not, oh yeah, let's drop everything. Um, Part of my thought process here was, oh yeah, it's rough football in here in Colorado, and it's kind of been a nice break. The University of Colorado football team is off this week, and that's pretty okay actually. Nobody was eating that up too much. I think we can get out the one row above us here. But we won't worry too much about that. Yet. Go. Just keep breaking this into little sections. We're gonna probably have to get a new pick at some point. Fortunately. So yeah, uh, am kind of okay with not having the sound here in football. If it was a more competitive season, there were higher hopes or expectations. I think we're good. Oops. Yep. Now we have not torched around here. We should do that. Oops. Miss. Another miss. Oh no, we're all over the place now. Get those. Get this wing knocked out. Get them out. Oh, some over here. Pick up everything. Then we'll do the final torching and replacing here in a bit. All right, next up. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was like, I keep thinking at some point we're gonna break into another room here. There's that old, it's a Geico commercial. I think I talked about it at one point in the spooky, scary movies where um, all the characters are, making these poor horror movie decisions, right? That's kind of the meme of the whole deal. Um, let's go hide behind all these saws, right? And go to the abandoned graveyard instead of getting in the running car and driving away from the whole scene. Um, along those lines, let's see. I know I did some spooky movie stuff. Trying to think though. I know I did. Haunted. Well, yeah, that might have been the only one actually. I was trying to think if I had watched one that was just. Um, just on the merits of its own horror movie, and I don't know if I did last night. I What I did watch was the original House on Haunted Hill, and I think a lot of you folks may have seen the uh, like 2, 3 year old movie now, House on Haunted Hill. Um, but this was the original from the 60s, 70s, something. It's got Vincent Price in it, old classic deal. But it was a riff tracks version of it, and I've talked a lot in the past. Huge fan of it, and they just released a bunch of stuff on Prime that hadn't been previously released of some of their more monster themed movies and all that. And so it's funny, a movie that's one of the current kind of most appreciated, I guess, of the horror genre movies for the time being. To see an original version of it and see it getting just like it's the big riff tracks deal, right? They go in and take movies that at one point were at least serious. Some of them were, the old drive-in B movie stuff from the very start, and so they were never designed to be award-winning Academy Award type movies or anything like that. But um, they're pretty funny when comedians and comic writers get their hands on them. All right, we are almost done. Let's just check our. Has it been that quick? Oh my goodness, we're 17 minutes in. Uh, awesome. I was concerned we weren't gonna have enough time to finish. Remember when our door was just a pocket of air in an otherwise wet. We got a little bit more to do here, and we'd kind of already worked on that side. We'll just mainly the the sea lanterns are what I'm concerned about, but I think we'll also just go up and fill in a couple of these little holes. Just leave things kind of neat and tidy. Oh, there we did cut back a little bit more. I don't think any of this is. Okay, where am I? Here? So I think all of this can go. These can certainly go. Which means those can go. Just trying to even a bit of this out. Alright. Why? I don't know. Because we're only at 17 minutes, and I am definitely not set to start a whole new section. Um, we still ended up with these being too tall, but let's see if we can go here, maybe? Oh. Mm-hmm. Now these are going to flood. Oh, they didn't flood. I did just want to fill in a couple of those little holes. I think we have just that. Oh, it's pretty good, right? Now, down to the torch level. Oh, all right. Now, how are we doing? That goes out a lot further, but kind of think these would be like that. Does that kind of match those up? Um, yes and no. Let's take. Oh, oh, oh. There go all our torches. Or some of our torches. That was here. Let's see, why does this one go all the way? Whatever. That may have been the same thing that I questioned earlier. Kind of split up praising and chastising at the same time. Alright. Um. See how dark we get here. Definitely need a few in here, huh? Now is when we just start getting nitpicky. Do you guys realize how gross nitpicky actually is. You know what that's all about, right? From back in the day when lice was a thing. But nitpicking is what she had to do. The nits were the little, like, I don't know, what are they, the egg things? I don't know. It's all pretty gross, but yeah, basically when you're going through with a lice comb, basically, or whatever, and then getting out all the stuff that they leave in somebody's hair to try to get rid of lice. That's nitpicking on something. So there you go. Fun fact for the day. All right. I think our time here. Oh, those were the ones I wanted to use to fill the hole. I was gonna say, I think our time here is just about done, right? Yeah, nice big space. We did way better than I could have ever imagined, getting 3 sponge rooms out of this one temple. Not to mention the gold blocks and all the XP and everything. We're up to level 53. Um, we have a little bit of tool stuff to be done, but that's not a big deal. Our goodie box is going to have to modify a little bit, or we may have to expand to have a sponge box, or some variation thereof, because we always want to have our sponges ready to go now. Um, we are a little short on torches, which is going to be okay. Got those to stash. I think, do we have enough room? Let's pick these up. They can go in here. And yeah, the answer is we totally have enough room. That is full. What I should maybe do, though, now that I've put it away, is get that door out of the goodie box and leave it as our access. Should we do a double? This will get messy and probably require us to then reset torches. Okay. There we go. Didn't even really get our torches too bad. So there we go. We now have access back out. We are going to have one perilous swim and fight up to the surface, and hopefully it won't even come to this. We've got See, this is me being big brain, sort of. Um, Not that I see anything super good there. We could wing it. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll find out here in a second. Let's just use some of these. I don't know how many it'll take, but I'd like to have enough to do it well. So without selling ourselves short. All right, we are full. We're not going to slam the water or the water breathing until we need to, because if we can just get to the surface and fight our way clear, awesome. Yeah, let's go. Oh, we made it. And it looks like we got a rising sun. Pretty good. Can I? Of course not. Of course not. Um, so that's gonna be the edge to there. There. I'll pick up the remaining pieces. This is gonna be the. Whoa! Don't hit Q. Anybody seen this pattern before? A little familiar? Oops. Oh, not there. Here. Seem pretty nice. And we can do. Just a little bit of a decor. This one always seems to have a few guests on it when we get here. Not guests, guests. This is where we found our one and only Zoglin so far, so that's something. But I think the aquatic theme is pretty good here. Go with a nice wide banister wall. It's not really a banister, right? It doesn't have the little posty things underneath. And boom. Alright, and there, there, there. Oh, out of torches. Oh, well, what a shame. So there we go. We got a little boat area here. We could tie up if we want to come out and explore with a boat. Not that we need to. But I think that kind of gets us. I don't really feel like picking a fight with those. Oh, no, we are not there, but I would. I think. Oh, come on. Oh, don't you be difficult. There. Sounds so quiet when we get away from from the portal um, or the guardians. And oh, I thought we were out. Now, I like the idea of just a little boat landing out around here, but I don't think it needs to be anything. Oops. Too much. Oh, stop. And I definitely don't want it to be there. Hey, a good old-fashioned round. Alright, that cleans all of this up nicely. Some extra torches would be nice, but we have neither coal nor anything else to deal with them, so be it. Maybe we can do this, though. That would get us a couple torches back, right? I think I may have punted one through the portal. Corner. There. Yeah, it's a little off-center, but what are you going to do? Good enough. There's our one torch here. Let's actually go back with it. This is my concern. Right, we've got a little bit more room for some torches here, but the one place where I would actually kind of fear something coming is from behind those steps. I wouldn't necessarily see it, so a creeper hanging out back there would be most unwelcome. And now we can get on back home. while we're going here, let's just see. The last time it was 17 minutes. We're at 40. Um, I also don't particularly need to be in the underwater gear kit. Like the word kit from the English sense. I don't know, my relatives and family and all that are in the UK. My dad was the one that taught me kit. I mean, it's not new evolution of the language or anything like that, but your kit. It's like when I used to play American football, right? Do you have your football kit together? Like all your pads, your uniform, your whatever goes into that equipage to fit a particular activity. Your camping kit. And, we think of kit as like a model, right? Like it's the kit. It's all the pieces that go into that. But it's much more kind of wardrobe, but the accessories and amenities that go along with those comprise a kit. How much you want to bet that fell right into that lava waterfall? Lava waterfall? Lava fall. We will still continue to need tiers. As y'all may have seen or noticed, we did not get a very favorable spawn of a new portal. I see. Well, there's some gunpowder, but I don't see tiers. Anybody see a tier? Yeah. Oh, and now we fell. Good. I don't even know that we have a way back up from here. It's kind of dark. I don't have anything set up for nether in my local environment here. Like blinds and all that kind of stuff. I was kind of prepared for clearing out that remaining temple. Alright, while we're here, I hear you. Do I see you? I don't. Sure, it will reappear as soon as we're out of range or back over the lava. But we are not on a ghast hunting expedition. We are on a get home, finish up this project, which was a great one. Again, primarily looking, doing it again. Almost took a coffee sip right when slimes or lava slimes could have gotten me. Alright, so the good news on these is we have very little to do with ores and fortune picking and that kind of stuff. That can go there. Yeah, we'll eventually split some of the more of this stuff out. Let's go put away this sand, soil, whatever we've got. Soil. Most of this is just going to be boxes unloading and into the chests, and I think we had pretty well set ourselves up in the previous episodes for a sea area, right? Which I've just run in a big circle around. Yeah, look at all this. So we'll at least start with these. Don't need to do that. Let's run instead. Bunny hop. Just while we're here, to whatever extent we have those. Alright, let's start with the prismarines, because we can. Getting loud. Fix my pick. We all know how little this really will do for the pick, but it's little bits of time we won't have to spend either in the end or at the creeper farm to try to get repairs done. Now we may as well do these. That's a lot of lanterns. It's pretty good. Let's pull these too. And the fish. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with the fish yet. Alright, lanterns go in lighting here. And then shards and crystals. Ooh. Almost got me. What do we still need? We need the lightning rod advancement, and we need the villager, which we still don't have set up, right? And I haven't done the sponges yet down here. I think I'm going to take those upstairs and just cook them up there in the upstairs stoves. I don't know how that is coming through on you guys, but that's pretty loud. And alas, our pick didn't get much. Much out of this here. Just give everything a big check. Diorite, stone, glass, and cobble. Potions, fireworky stuff, animal-y stuff, and then are all these just empty? They are. Good. Let's go upstairs, where we'll probably be even louder. In fact, let's... Options, sound, weather is still at 15. Don't think we're going to miss the fact it's lightninging out. Lightninging out? Is that... Alright. Cook those. They don't have to go too much. Is that really all the fish we got? It seems low. Gold. Got a lot of that. Empty, empty, empty. Still so loud. All right. Torches. Restock those. Our goodie boxes. We're going to have more of these. Let's reset steaks. We do need to do apples. So that actually used up quite a few. This will only get us 8. Go. Let's do that. That. Hopefully this will give us enough. Go, a few extra here. That go into goodies, and now this is what we need to kind of, I guess we should put out the tools too. Alright, you and you go there. You and you come out. You can go there. These are all good. We're going to need 2 spots for sponges. But what have we now gotten rid of? Doors? Yeah, I don't know. I just... Two stacks of sponges will fill this up a little bit. Let's check our time again. 53. Tools, fortune. Do think we want to repair up, and as discussed in previous episodes, I think we're going to start the regular week working towards our wither fight. But I think we also want to get our 2 picks here squared away a little bit. And to do that, we may detour just a bit. We'll just do some of this XP here. See how far this gets us. But yeah, I think getting a beacon is a pretty good goal, next step kind of thing. Yeah, I know we had the storm and all that. We do kind of need to, and we'll have to get increasingly proactive about it. But we'll still kind of look for fortune to set us up with a waste. With fortune to favor us with a zombie villager at some point that we can contain and mark and get back to. That will take care of one of our advancements. And then I guess we also just need to set up lightning rods around a village that would then protect it. And maybe we can do that with the trading outpost. If not that, the jungle village with Fred. Just set those up. And as far as I know, and I haven't ever done this one, so we may have to play around with it a little bit. We just head over there once we're set up and do have a storm, and wait for the little lightning rods to get hit, and I think that's all it takes, right? Ooh, ooh, some extra XP. Slimes. Oh, did he go through? Get over here. Alright, gather around, Slimies. Alright. Didn't exactly fix our pick, but... see if we can get all this coal done. How far over that takes us, because again, all this kind of needs to get done before next steps. And I don't think it'll take us a ton of time, but I do, for those who didn't see it in Slow Cooker, I do a bit of prep work. And while I may not set up the whole potions dispensing scenario again for safety, the obsidian room to kind of contain and make our fight venue is very much in the plans again. I like the idea of before you just get to grinding withers under the end portal, which if you haven't already done or seen it somewhere in videos or streams or anything else, it's basically the end portal where we fight the dragon, right? When you come back home and you jump through that, and where we placed the crystals to respawn the dragon, that's made out of bedrock. And it is the only point... I don't know if you can do the same up on the nether roof or not. But I know under the end portal, you can basically spawn him and get him stuck where he can't move around, and then you can just clear your withers without any drama or fight or anything like that. But especially for the advancement of killing the monsters, you gotta have a fight. The other piece is you need to have the wither effect for how did we get here. And the safe way to get the wither effect without using a skeleton or a wither itself is to get roses. So we can make sure that we obtain some roses by giving the wither lots of targets when he first spawns. And opportunities to kill things other than us, which will create a stock of flowers. I think, does the wither itself drop a rose when you kill it? I don't know that it does, in addition to the star. But again, you put them up in a field where you can get bunnies and ducks and all that kind of stuff is one thing. Or, as I like to do, make a good sized space um, where we can have a fight. We can let him safely do his detonation thing and fly around a little bit. We can still shoot with arrows and wear the wither down pretty quickly. And kind of keep him from cratering the entire overworld while we're in that process. So, yeah, I look forward to that. It's a fun, quick little dig out, but we're going to need a bunch of obsidian as a target block, which he doesn't quite as easily obliterate. Still can, but it's a less disappearing block. All right, we'll do this. I'm not even going to check the time. I know we're already over, I'm sure, but we've got, I think, one more run of coal. That should get us close back to that was a lot quicker than I thought. Hey, we won't do too bad. So we won't do any of the cooking or anything like that. We'll just get this coal, wrap it up, and then we'll come back and kind of regroup and start afresh on Monday. Here, finishing up, getting some more XP. We should have one pick pretty well repaired, and we've got all that stuff still to pull XP from. So hopefully we can make a good progress on this one as well, and then kind of stash that one back in the box, have it on the reserve, and be pretty well fully equipped to go. So for now, and with that, let's put these slime balls away. Boom, boom. And I think rather than going upstairs, although we could get our sponges. In fact, let's do that so I don't forget about them. Grab the sponges. That should now be dry. Load them up into the goodie boxes. This should give us another little shot of XP too. In fact, can I split this? Oh, not a ton, but wrong. So there we go. Out of our process, we've got 103 ready to go sponges, and that's pretty good for clearing stuff out and drying it out. In our next, we will glad to have some more lump coal too. That's good. As discussed, we will finish up our repairs and kind of reset, and then I think what we'll probably do is first go and clear out our arena. And I'm thinking way down that initial mine hallway might be a good place to do it. Kind of close if we ever want to use that space for something, but also removed enough that it's not going to trash our base. Well, that's the plan there. But for now, that's going to do it. I do not regret for a moment having just kind of muted and had the game on the background. It looks awful for the Denver perspective. Hasn't, I don't know the severity, but I saw Pittsburgh's quarterback Roethlisberger shaking his hand. Looks like he's still in there. So I hope he's okay. Looks like maybe he is. But you never like to see people getting hurt on either side of the ball. So hopefully that wraps up. But thank you all for coming and hanging out, watching us finish up the Guardian Temple. I know we've talked about making use of the second temple. We can certainly dry it out much more quickly now that we have a bunch of sponges. So we'll do that at some point, but it is going to be a ways down on our priority list. We got a lot of other stuff we want to accomplish. And not the least of that is continuing to make a lot of progress on our HCMC world. So we're going to kind of shift our focus over to the Wither fight. Next few episodes, if you want to see a kind of a fun way to do it with a little risk and an excitement, but also a um, pretty reliable way to get all the benefits out of the fight, and then set it up so that after that point, if we need more stars or anything like that, then we can spawn him out in the end, create a little room for that, and just take him out. But if you want to see the fight, I want to see another good chance for this world to go away. Tune in, keep an eye on things over the course of the week, and we'll see you back here for that starting tomorrow. Till then, you guys take care. Appreciate you hanging out a little bit extra time. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.